Glad to have you back. If you just tuned in, this is the African Broadcasting Network News. Remember, you can follow ABN on social media, on Twitter at ABN Channel, on Facebook at ABN TV. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is African Broadcasting Network, and also log on to our website www.abnchannel.net. And now moving on to the foreign scene. First up, South Sudan, where President Salva Kiir has replaced his vice president, Riek Machar, following a sharp surge in violence between the government and opposition fighters in the five-year-old country. The move to replace Machar on Monday could potentially undermine last year's peace deal and reignite war in Africa's youngest nation. According to a decree for the appointment of the first vice president of the Republic of South Sudan, read on the country's national broadcaster, Salva Kiir said he had appointed General Taban Deng, a former peace negotiator, to the post. Machar fled the capital Juba last week after a new outbreak of violence threatens to send South Sudan back to all-out civil war. On Thursday, Machar was given a Saturday afternoon deadline by Kiir to return to Juba and work towards rebuilding peace, which was part of a peace agreement signed by both parties late last year, and under which Machar was once again made vice president. But with Machar still missing, his party convened on Saturday in Juba and came up with a resolution to replace him with Deng, who is now set to become acting first vice president. Somali police and eyewitnesses have said at least 10 people have been killed in two-car bomb attacks near an entrance to the airport in Mogadishu. Thick smoke could be seen rising from the area, which also has a base for African Union peacekeepers. A local journalist said one of the bombs detonated by a suicide attacker. The first blast happened near an entrance to the base for African Union troops in Somalia, which is beside Mogadishu's main airport, and the second at a nearby checkpoint manned by Somali government forces, and those killed were believed to include security guards at the checkpoint. The militant Islamic group Al-Shabaab has said it was behind the blasts, and its target was the African Union Forces headquarters. Al-Shabaab has carried out frequent attacks in Somalia, including in Mogadishu, in an attempt to oust the United Nations-backed government. In Japan, 19 residents have been killed in a knife attack at a care center for people with mental disabilities in the city of Sagamihara. Police have arrested a local man said to be a former employee of the center who went to a nearby police station and allegedly admitted to the attack. Local police have said he sent a handwritten letter to politicians in February in which he threatened to kill hundreds of disabled people and was thereafter kept in hospital for almost 2 weeks after being released. Staff at the Shukui Yamairu N facility in a suburban area of Kanagawa Prefecture, which is about 50 kilometers from Tokyo, called police at 2:30 local time to report a man with a knife inside the building. Local media reports said the suspect broke a window to get inside and then began stabbing people. The victims were aged between 19 and 70, and another 25 people were injured, with both men and women reported to be among the dead. And with that sad story, we move over to sports.